Alright, welcome back to Dale Craver's Custom Cars and anything you can think of here. So here's what we're going to work on today. I bought one of these stainless steel cheapy throttle cables. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount that into the factory Mopar pedal. I'm going to get rid of this old factory thing, which works great, but I'm afraid it's going to be too short or something. I don't know. So what we're going to do, let's start by dismantling this one. I wonder, there's a way I can move this back a little bit. I don't have to worry about everything. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, yep. Okay. I wonder if I can get some more light on this thing. Might actually help. Okay, well anyway, they got a little clip right here that you gotta take off. So let's push that out. It's just a little push deal, you know. And of course, I gotta go grab my pliers. Oh, what do we got here for pliers? You got a bent vice grip. Wait a minute. Well, geez, creepers. Where's all my needle noises going? Wow. I wonder if I got enough pliers in here. There we go. Okay, so what we want to do, if it's or not, no, that's the wrong way. So what we want to do, we want to get that out of there. Oh, wrecking it. Yeah. See, it's just a little push deal. It's very important to have. So let's just set that over here. And then we got to pull a C-clip out of there. Okay. This one have the, oh yeah. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new, boys. Let's see if the needle nose works good as a hammer. Okay, I'll go get one. Hold your horses. I'll grab my little body one. Okay, now we got the little clip out. Oh, set that over there. Now we should be able to pull this apart. And run that cable to the big hole. Okay. Okay, there. I want to keep that on. I don't know. Well, jeepers, creepers. Now, I bought a 24-inch one. Obviously, it's a little too big. But what we'll do is we will... Let's get this thing all unwound here somehow. Wow, was that wound up twice, 3 times? So what we're going to do here is it comes with Allen wrench, you know. So we're just going to pull that Allen wrench out of there. Oh. Now the cable is... What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, what we're going to do is the cable comes with an Allen wrench set screw. It came with an Allen wrench. We're going to loosen this up. Okay. We're going to pull the cable out like that. Then we're going to set this off to the side for now. Now, I want to be careful with this end. We don't want to fray this all up, you know. So let's be careful here now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pull the cable back through all the way out. All the way out. Okay, let's lay that off this side. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this end where your throttle pedal would hook to. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the cable out of there. Okay, we don't need this end. Okay. So we're going to get we're not going to get rid of this. We'll be using it for something else eventually, but let's just set that off to the side as well. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take the cable. Okay. And now what we're going to do with the 3 nuts, that's the throttle side. That's the your cable mount on the engine. This one with the 2 is for the pedal side. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to run it through the hole. Okay. And we're going to run this on here. Now, in some cases, I wonder if we should put washers on here. Some cases I'll run washers on there if I feel I got to. I think this one I may not have to. Okay, now I gotta go get a couple wrenches. We gotta tighten that up. So since it's China, we'll try standard American first. It's just too big. You know. Oh, 9/16 does fit that pretty good, don't it? God, I just wonder if I should put a washer on there. Yeah. There'll be a lot of shifting on this guy. A lot of pedal movement. You know, I think we'll be able to get by without it. I'm gonna call it that way. Okay. Okay, so now I took a wrench and I tightened up this nut, so now this is all tightened up. See, and you gotta remember with the firewall, the hole is big enough in my duster firewall. I can put the cable on now. Otherwise, you gotta do this all under the dash if the hole isn't big enough to the firewall. So now that we got this on there, okay, now we'll take our little push plug that we had here, and we're gonna push it back into the big hole. Not the small one of the two, but the big one. Okay. Now we'll take the cable, the inner cable. Now that you got the ball on that end. Let's see, you still see this here? Okay. You got the ball now. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this in. We're gonna shove it through the arm. Again, be careful. Take your time. Don't fray the end up now. We're gonna run it back through the pedal. All the way. Push it through. Now, I'm wondering, or should, what is going on here? Why? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm wondering. Now, you see this extra nub here? I think I'm going to cut that off. So let's take this back out. Okay, so let's pull the cable back out again. This one. Again, being gentle with it. And don't get it all dirty either, you know. Now you can see this little nub sticking out. See, what that's going to do is that's going to hurt the travel of the pedal. See, if I took that out, the pedal would go up a little bit more. And this car is a manual. Hang on a minute. This car is, you see, what that's going to do is that's going to stop the pedal from going back that much again. And that much can be this much in pedal. Okay? So why don't we get rid of that? So here's what we're going to do. Since that's aluminum, take our little trustworthy hand hacksaw. We could mount this in a vise. Let's see. Find a good way to prop this up. And let's get rid of that. Well, I don't want to have to get out my... I might have to put her in the vise. Okay. Okay, enough fighting with it. How about we throw in the vise? Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna throw it in the vise now. Okay, there. Now, the only thing, I'm gonna grab my little drill bit. And I like to do this. It's just deburring that cable. That's all you're doing. Just give it a quick little nudge, you know, because what I'm trying to do, it's aluminum, so it doesn't take much. It's just a little, get that little burr out of that cable area there so it don't ever stick. Just a slight little. There you go. Then we'll blow through this. There, make sure there's nothing in there. Now that we're back down here again. Okay. Now, I see that I put that knob thing back in there. That's a bigger hole. So it's like an 8, a figure 8, but the top is smaller. Because then you just pull the cable down. You pull this little nub out, then you pull the cable down, and you can pull it out. Okay? Now let's run our cable through there again. Hopefully we can here. Come on, Dale. There we go. So simple, but I don't have no steady hands anymore. I'm probably gonna get Parkinson's in my. Okay, so maybe I'm getting it already. Okay, so there's our conversion on the pedal side. Okay, see now I got all that again. But see the stop? The stop stops it from going all the way back. Once the spring is on the throttle on the carburetor, that'll stay in that little nub, you know. So you can kind of see now, you know, it's got a little stop there that kind of give you a view of it here. You can see a little stop right here. My finger's pointing to. So actually the other knob could have stayed there, but I kind of like that there's an air gap there. Okay, so then what we're going to do next is we're just going to throw this piece back on that we took off. And throw that back on. I believe I won't need no washers on this. Just looking at it, making sure I don't. So let's throw that kind of back together in a way. And then later on, when we do finally set it up to the carburetor, then we'll trim the cable and stuff like that. We're not going to worry about that right now because we don't need to. Okay. Okay, so that's how you convert it over, you know? So, so now I got an extra stock cable. Put the key on there right away again. Put the key is back on it. That is a good cable yet, so there we go. We'll set that in there, and now we got this, you know, use that for something. So let's put the key, this thing, the Allen wrench, and this in the same deal. Okay, and we'll throw that over there for now. Oh, this can go back, I think. And now our gas pedal is good to go. It's all updated now. That's simple. I love the Mopar gas pedals. I tell you, people bitch about Mopar all the time, and me, I'm like, hey, that's pretty neat. So, why don't I get a piece of foam and we'll install this in the car right away. This can go in the car. This doesn't need to sit out here. We'll put it in the car and then yeah. So I gotta get some foam and I'll be right back. Okay. Another little tip for you guys out there. You know, when they put up these buildings, when you put the sill plate board down above your blocks when you're building something, they got this stuff, it's called sill plate insulation. It's foam, comes on a roll. I like to buy that because I like to make gaskets. Okay? So what I gotta do is I gotta make a gasket for this. Now, it's about the same density, the same thickness as that other stuff, you know. But so what we'll do, let's see. I need a marking device, don't I? So let's make a piece of insulation. So let's see now. We'll cut this out. Okay, let's set that over there. Okay, we got that much done. And then what I'll do now here is I'm gonna go center this cable hole. Okay, that way. And then I'll mark it this way. Okay, and we'll line it up with that line. So looks like to me that's where a hole's gotta be. We'll just poke the studs through. Got them painted up. I can't get them off. There we go. Okay. We'll just fold that way, like that, on the line. We'll just cut a little U out of there. And there's our hole. Okay. The only thing I forgot to do, okay, was to, here, let's unscrew this. We don't need that on there. Run this through the hole. Okay. You still with me? Now we'll line this up on the pedal. Poke our studs through. And there's our gasket for the firewall. Okay. So now let's make this thing look kind of factory. We'll kind of follow it all a little bit, you know. We can go on the edge of it, but we'll leave a little gap. Later on we can put some tape on there. Please subscribe if you guys find this informative. Okay, so there's our gasket on the inside of the car. Now I think we should install it, huh? Let's go put it in. I think we should. So we'll leave this end off for now. That screws on to the carburetor side. Once I get it through and get it installed, we'll screw it back on the end so we don't lose it. So let's pause. Okay, so now it's got to go through that hole there. There's, I'm going to put this way a little bit. You can see it. See those two holes and then that little bigger one? That's where it's got to go. See, some firewalls, that big one that you see, might be a small one. So sometimes you got to put the gas pedal in first, or if it's already still in the car, just leave it in the car and just work with it that way. You just have to work under the dash. So let's, I'll go in from the inside, and then I'll take you guys on a tour when we get this thing totally done. The nuts don't match up. I just noticed that. That's strange. So anyway, I'm going to go in the car and push it all through. Tell me when it's through. Okay. No, sweetie, we ain't going for a ride. I got the dog out here with me, and she thinks we're going to drive this thing away. No, it's going to be a little while yet before we're going to drive this thing away. I'll guarantee you that. Okay. Okay, so here comes the cable. Okay. And then here comes the pedal. Now, I wonder, can I reach my fingers through here? Both nuts should look like this one, but they do not. Okay. No, I'm not leaving you here, sweetie. We're not going anywhere. You know how dogs, they sit there with shapes and sizes, and it's actually kind of funny that she thinks, oh, that's the shape of a car. That means we're going to go for somewhere. I can't say the word, but she will get totally excited. Let's see. Looking for some wrenches here. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can get you guys in there close so you can see what's going on. I don't know if I can, but maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't, huh? Oh, that's down all the way, ain't it? Well, that sucks. Come on, right here. Ah, there we go. There you can see it. You can see our gasket there. Looks factory, don't it? Now let's tighten up our two nuts here. Wow. And, the stud's full of paint, so I couldn't spin them on by hand. Okay. There's the bottom one yet. I'll finish that guy up too. Okay. Okay, so the pedal is installed. Set down the wrenches here. So waiting for the. So now this thing will loop. Let's see. I'm just going to spin this on there for the heck of it. But oh no, I can't. I'd have to take that Allen set screw out, wouldn't I? Yeah, shoot. Okay, never mind. Let's just lay it here. But yeah, it'll loop like so. See, we got to do it like this. Like this, it'll be. So it'll go right to that mount here that's welded onto the intake. So let's just set it here for now. So we deal with the intake and the carburetor and all that crazy stuff. But let's screw that in on there. That actually snaps onto the carb. I don't want to lose any of these parts, so. Yeah, you can see the cable is like 14 feet longer. Oh, yeah. So that'll all have to be trimmed later. I'll show you how to do that without getting frays. Okay, so that's what I did. I screwed this carburetor end on here so I wouldn't lose it. Then let's just lay this like this. Now, there's no resistance on the gas pedal. And let me try to show you our finished product. And we have updated the gas pedal then. So, can we zoom in here? Let's see what's here. Wait, we're already. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can see what we did there. Okay. So now let's. And then here's the inside. So there's our new gas pedal. Now there's no spring on the cable, so I can pull this out. It's not going to retract the pedal back because there's no spring on there's no carburetor or nothing. So there's nothing to pull back that cable. But you can see it'll work out just fine. So there's our new modified gas pedal, I guess. So anyway, there's the star of the show. He thinks that we are taking this thing for a drive, and it's clearly not ready for that yet. So when I open the driver's door, she wants to get in. She thinks we're going to do that, so I can't say the word RIDE, which I think she's catching on to that. Are you whining because the RID thing? Yeah, so anyway, please like, subscribe, guys, if you thought that was info worth your time. And she's saying, please subscribe, guys. Yeah, we love you too. Anyway, take care. Until the next time on Ruster. Starter's coming tomorrow. And about a 92 Dodge Dakota starter. That's what I use on them. Everybody pays big money for those mini starters. All you gotta do is buy a factory one for, like a 93 Dodge pickup, 93 Dakota, something like that. 92, 94, I think. I think up to 96, I think they're all the same, I think. So yeah. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.